Hello Plarium Nation! Today I will tell you what is going on to happen next to the suggestions as to how we can improve our games. We have received a lot of suggestions from our valued players and passed them to our developers for consideration. We will share some inside information with you and you'll learn what our developers are going to work on in the nearest future. Also, at the end of this video, we'll give 5,000 rubies, sapphires, emeralds, diamonds, crystals or drachmas to the players whose suggestion earned the developers' choice awards. So here we go! Let's look at how your suggestions get to our developers. So first, we gather your suggestions in our official groups and communities. Next, we decide them with the developers and analysts at a meeting dedicated to just that. We talk about each one of them and make one of the three possible decisions. So first one, implement the suggestion or analyze it further. The second one, implement the suggestion partly with some modification. And third one, we will not implement the suggestion at all. So please, now that if the developers like the suggestion and they take it for consideration, it doesn't mean that it will be introduced in the game. However, it will be most certainly analyzed and the developers will then decide its destiny. As you may know, we introduce similar suggestions to all our games, so the information I will share with you today will be useful to all our players. As you may know, each has a specific terminology corresponding to the setting of the game, and today we are going to look at your suggestions using the terminology of Stormfall Age of War. So there will be tips that will help you feel at ease even with Stormfall terminology, so don't worry, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So at the last meeting with our developers, we considered the following suggestions accepted by our developers. So they will be further discussed and analyzed and we'll possibly implement them in the future. Friendly fights within a league. Our player Omar Smith suggested that we should add the opportunity to attack your league members for training purposes. What will it look like? So, by default, you cannot attack the members of your own league. Being able to send a friendly attack to an allied castle will allow you for an opportunity to practice without losing anything. So, it will work as follows. A player sends their troops to fight, receive a battle report showing that they lost when in fact all the losses were hypothetical, so all the units will return to their owner intact. It will be a simulation of a battle with no actual losses. So, the advantages of this feature are as follows. First one, an opportunity to train newcomers to your league. Beginners will be able to participate in battles and to learn how to send a sufficient number of troops and how to respond to an incoming attack. The second one, competitive spirit. In addition to the points earned in a tournament or missions, players will be able to compete within their league. Third one is unity. Older players can identify the gaps in new players' defense, thus helping them to improve. First one, fun. The opportunity to attack without losing anything and then discuss the results of the attack with the league. It's not only useful in terms of developing new strategies, but also a lot of fun. And fifth one, nice pastime. When you are out of your red attempts and all of your improvements are running, this may be a fun and useful thing to do. Show the overall strength of units defending a beacon, taking into account all the bonuses that apply to them. At the moment, you can see only the number of units garrisoned at a beacon. A lot of players would find it useful to see all the characteristics of the units, including all the active bonuses that apply to them, instead of the number and basic characteristics of the units. Display the number of units sent to a beacon by individual players at the beacon garrison tab. So, currently, the League Marshal has to manually lower the rank at which players see the number of their own units garrisoned at a beacon. But if players are able to see their garrison by default, it will make it easier to manage League with many beacons. Enable the League Marshals to send offensive units from their League fortresses as well as from beacons back to their owners. So, players asked to make it possible for League Marshals to send offensive units from League fortresses back to their owners. This option is now only available at beacons. This change will help League Marshals take care of their players. Notify players in general chat about upgrades and downgrades of League fortresses. Matt Daddy playing Pirates on Kabam suggested to add such notifications to League fortresses. Now there are only notifications about beacons. It's a great idea and it will really help us to keep their game world informed about everything that is going on in the game. Do not give rewards for League missions for zero contribution. Active players consider it unfair that rewards for League missions for chests are given to all League members regardless of their participation in the mission. They ask to set a minimum number of points a player needs to score to get a reward. Well, we know that in some leagues the situation is such that players do not want to participate in missions because they are reluctant to lose their units and resources, time, etc. But they're happy to receive an reward. So, well, it's not a bad tactic, is it? Well, it was. Sort the hero items in the inventory by the time it takes to break them. Many players first break the items that take less time to break, just to get rid of Zeus. But before you can do that, you need to place your cursor over each individual item to find out how long it will take to break. That can be rather time-consuming, especially when you have a lot of items. And the suggestion is to place the items in the inventory in the order of time they require to break. It will definitely save players a lot of time. Give more shards for breaking the upgraded hero items. So now you get the same number of shards for breaking item, whether it is level 1 or 5, it doesn't matter. Players suggest that it would be nice if they could get some of the shards they used to upgrade an item back when breaking it. Remove or increase the limit on purchases of resource packs in the black market. Everyone loves it when they can have all 4 unit training queues busy, right? But it requires resources. And so Wakunziko playing Stormfall on Plarium.com suggested that we can remove or increase the limit on purchasing resources, gold and iron in particular, in the black market so that players are able to restock it at any time. Add arrows indicating changes in total League offense, defense, and recon. League Marshals and their assistants have access to such information on each League member. They can track changes, but other League members cannot. So what our players are asking is to make it possible for them to see the overall League stats so they know if the League is growing and becoming stronger or no. Process of changing the League Marshal. So our players team gets a lot of requests for help change the League Marshal because they have stopped playing. Without a leader, League simply cannot coordinate their actions and they need to have a new one. And the process needs to be adjusted so players can appoint a new Marshal without our intervention. Add a warning when a player is trying to send the wrong time of units to a battleground of any level, not just a low-level ones. Obviously, the suggestion made by Michael John Gelles from Stormfall Facebook will help players to avoid losing their units by mistake. I like it, do you? Display the League icon on players' avatars in the Garrison tab. Thanks for your suggestion, Daisy Girl, playing Stormfall on Plarium.com. We heard you. Move notification higher. Sometimes notification hide the coordinates field, thus obstructing navigation. So it will be helpful if the notification field were moved a little higher so players can see the coordinates. close the academy automatically when the league is not active for a certain period of time. Players ask to do so to avoid being placed in leagues where nothing is going to happen anymore. Have a template welcome letter that a League Marshal can send to a newcomer. Fortuna Taylor from Stormfall playing on Plarium.com believes that such a letter can be used as a welcome speech of the League Marshal to inspire and motivate new players. Our developers also like the suggestions that I will share with you in a moment. Just want to emphasize that these suggestions will be either implemented with some modification or as a part of other updates. Hamlets. Attacking a captured Hamlet will allow you to bring back the resources the player who captured it has collected. Players are increasingly turning our attention to the fact that the resources at Hamlets are only available to players that have a defensive unit. That's why players want to add the opportunity to collect some of those resources when attacking a Hamlet. If the attack was successful, of course. This will level the playing field for offensive and defensive players. Add more slots for allies. Players ask to add more slots so they can have more players as their allies, ideally all League members. This would simply conflict resolution and make it easier to control the actions of your League members. Storage for League scrolls. Thanks for your suggestion, Blasphemy Secret from YouTube. Well, there will probably not be a specific storage, but your suggestion will be implemented as one of the part of the upcoming updates. So, that is all about the suggestions for now. If you have ideas of how we can make our games better, we would love to hear from you. Share your suggestions in the comment section under this video and we'll definitely consider them all and forward the best ones to our developers and analysts for review. The author of the best suggestion our developers like the most will definitely receive the award of 5,000 crystals, rubies, diamonds, sapphires, emeralds or drachmas. And now it's time to announce the winner of our Developer's Choice Award. 5,000 diamonds will go to Omar Smith playing Soldiers in Comparison on Plarium.com for his suggestion about friendly fights within a league with no actual losses. Congratulations, Omar Smith! We are looking forward for hearing more suggestions from you. That's it for now. Thank you so much for your suggestions. We appreciate your feedback and a lot of your suggestions are already in the game. We are proud that our players participate in the game development process and we sure value your effort. Hit like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated about what is going on in the game. See you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.